welcome. Thank you for joining 12 Reacts. We're getting ready to watch a video. I have not seen this video, but it looks like here's why you should not run from the Florida Highway Patrol. So let's look and see what's getting ready to take place. And of course, you'll hear my narrating as we go. All right, let's go. So it looks like Florida Highway Patrol is engaged in a high-speed pursuit. Looks like an Audi S4. So it says that they were initially investigating a separate stolen vehicle. You see that? Pedestrian walking across the street. They've got lights and sirens on, and he doesn't even pay attention that two troopers are actually chasing a vehicle. Okay, looks like he's turned around and he's going back out because they're going to be going back out onto the main road. Okay, going to another car with a dash cam, so hopefully we'll hear from this one. Okay, well, I guess we see which one that is. Okay, so it does sound like there is some audio. It's just not that great. Okay, now we're at another one. Okay, those little Audis they're pretty quick. So once again, we have this one already pulling out, and that guy's reckless already. They're going to pit him. I already know what's getting ready to happen to this one, or he's going to wreck out himself. Okay, just went through a red light. He's hopping back on. You know, believe it or not, some of these guys don't know where they're going. When they run, they're just running. They have no idea where they're going. It blows me away. Where are you going to run to? You going to run and run out of gas, or you think you're going to get away from them? You cannot outrun that radio unless you're on a motorcycle. Okay, so this guy must know that he's not going to let them get on the side of him because he got in the middle of the road when the trooper did. So he already knows probably the outcome of fooling with them. Really the only benefit that these little 4-cylinder cars have on these bigger cars with the bigger V8s is they're more nimble. So you're going to find that the officers are going to have more trouble keeping up with them when they're making turns and things like that because those cars are so nimble. Okay, so we just moved from a 4-lane to a 2-lane, which means it gets a little bit more hairy anytime a pursuit moves to a 2-lane road. Okay, apparently everybody hears and understands what's going on. That's very important. Once again, public, they don't even see what's going on behind them. Wow. Yeah, he's rolling. Wow, look how far ahead he is. Lost visual, minutes later, aerial footage from Florida Highway Patrol Air 31.
So he's 29.
Okay.
Made the left turn onto 29.
So that's what happens. Sometimes you get outran, but if you do have assets in the air, you can't keep up with it. But honestly, had that aircraft not been there, they would have had to call it off.
Okay, yeah, deputy, that was him that just passed you right there. If you're on TAC 5, in the wrong, he is driving on the wrong side of the road.
Man, what is he doing? Look at that! Oh, tractor truck! Hey, let me tell you, you don't play with them trucks.
He's 29 in Woodland.
Okay, he's on the wrong side of the highway.
Northbound and the southbound.
Wow, they don't have cars in the area apparently. Okay,
now.
Here we go. Turn around.
Trooper, there you go. That's him turning around. That's him that just turned around right there. So he's southbound 29. Southbound 29.
Oh, wow. Now he's turning around, coming up even behind.
And he just made another U-turn in front of the deputy there. Now he's back northbound 29. Northbound 29.
He probably wants a deputy behind him because they're probably not going to wreck him out like the highway patrol will. I'm being funny. Now, I'm not being facetious about pulling out in front of the deputies. Different departments have different policies, okay? So when I left the state police and went to a city police department, the first thing I was told in my first interview is, Trooper Logan, we do not pit cars here. Why? Because state police agencies have a reputation. We're going to get your behind off the road. So they wanted to make sure that I understood that they didn't do that within the city limits. But it looks like he's caught back up to him. He's right in the middle lane. He knows he's going to get pitted, so he's going to stay in the middle lane or whenever he sees the car come over. See, they don't care. I'm telling you, leave Georgia alone. Now Georgia don't play. Okay, see, he's watching him in the rear view. He knows once he gets on the side of him, it's done. He can get bumped from behind all he wants, but as soon as he gets that side fender, it's a done deal. Okay, now let me tell you about this tactic right here. Sometimes guys will slam on their brakes. It's going to make your airbag go off, and it'll shut your motor off as well. So sometimes these guys use these kind of tactics to try to get away from the police. They know that if they can make that airbag go off and hit that sensor, that motor is going to shut off as well. Okay, so let's check our surroundings. Let's look at if the cars are coming. You see, one car was already almost off the road because this guy was driving down the center. Good job, Trooper. See, Trooper can't see because this guy's crowding the road. He can't see, so he's staying in his lane. Man, that little A4 is getting it. So don't forget the bird is probably still upstairs watching. Man, that's amazing. Those police cars cannot keep up with that A4. And I believe the A4 stands for, the 4 is a 4-cylinder. Wow. Okay, looks like he still does have a little sight of him, but I'm very surprised at that little car pulling away from a Dodge Charger. I believe that's a Dodge Charger that we're looking through. Man, just eating him up on that back road. Okay, intersection, the light was red, just turned green, right on time. So, you know, these guys really, the good thing that they have is that bird is up there. So if he gets away, they're still going to know where he's at. The chopper is going to tell them where he is. Okay, so they have view of him now. See how nimble they are? Okay, trooper's setting himself up for the turn. There's no cars coming. We all do that. So I'm not for sure if that's a Charger or if that's an Explorer. If you all know, put it down in the comments and let me know what it is. Sometimes I really can't tell by the hood. Okay, now trooper looks like he's gaining on him a little bit. So we don't hear what's going on the radio. It could be the air communicating with him. Okay. There he goes. Oh, and there's a trooper sliding. Okay, he saved it. All right. Oh my. Oh, that's a bad roll. Ooh, that's a bad roll. Oh, wow. Oh, look at those rolls. I hope he had his seatbelt on. If he doesn't have his seatbelt, he's in trouble. He's in trouble if he didn't have a seatbelt on. Wow. Okay. Man, they're walking out. Wow. Yeah, they got up and walked out of the car. Is that a female? Oh. Wow. Hey, this is a good outcome. I hate to say that it may not look like it, but it's a really good outcome. Nobody dies. You could tell that they're injured. But when you pit someone on a 2-lane road, you have trees, you have poles, you have everything. It's very dangerous on a 2-lane road, especially if there's houses and stuff around. So this really turned out really good. I'm not so I don't know how hurt they are, but at least we saw them get out of the car and walk. So they'll have to keep an eye on that person. Sometimes there's this thing that takes place after an accident happens. A person may seem to be okay, and then sometimes they die right after. It takes a little bit of time for that to happen. But it looks like everything is good. Looks like they've got the person in the back seat. Okay. All right. Aggravated fleeing and eluding. Reckless driving. Oh, yeah, no doubt. So you can see that the charge is on him. They've got him. He's sitting in the car. He's sitting up, which is very good. So this was a long pursuit. And the only reason why they were able to keep up with this guy was because of that bird in the air. Had the bird in the air not been there, they would have called this off a while back ago. So he was a good driver. And that's where, you see law enforcement and these guys who know how to drive. That's where you see the headbutting come when it comes to a pursuit. And the best is going to win. So nobody got hurt, seriously. So this turned out to be a really good pursuit. Hey, I want to thank you all for joining me at 12 Reacts, just giving a little insights to the video that maybe you won't get just by watching on your own. Hey, thank you for joining me, and I'm so looking forward to the next one. All right, bye-bye.